forgot to open it. I knew there was something I was forgetting I needed to open. Give me a minute, guys. See that. Put that here. Okay. But welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are having a good day, good night, good evening, whatever time zone you're in. I just hope with all the goodness and all of these sweetness. Oh dear God, why is my encoder wanting to be stupid now? Encoder, calm down. I'm not doing anything, man. I wasn't even doing anything. Stop it. Yeah, welcome in. I hope everyone's having a good day. I unfortunately do have to leave you guys for a little bit because I am unfortunately in tasked. I happen to make dinner. I don't know why I have to make it, but somehow it's now my job. So I'm gonna leave you guys with some daily dose of internet because we are still gonna be reacting to the FNAF lore video. I wanted to make sure to watch that with you guys. I cannot talk right now. Oh, and I also can't spell. God damn it! I didn't know that until now. I spelled the first word wrong and the second word right. That's annoying. But yeah, I'm gonna have you guys watch some daily dose of internet for a bit while I go make dinner, and then when I'm back, we can go and continue the FNAF lore video, which I think we're actually almost done with. So we might have to find we might have to find something else to watch. We could probably just watch some more daily dose of internet because I did find like an hour long video, so we can just watch some more daily dose once we finish up the FNAF video. But yeah, sorry I have to leave out, unfortunately. But that is what it is. But you guys enjoy the video. I will see you guys in a bit.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet. This guy gave up on dating apps and is doing this instead.
И сейчас улыбается.
There's a very good reason why this dog is wearing a diaper. These people found an iguana in their toilet.
Got him. Got him. I got him. He's coming out. He's coming out. I got him. I got him. Come here. Come here. I got my very sick iguana. Come here. Whoa.
This guy was trying to light up his cigarette when the universe sent him a sign. The squirrel likes to bury his nuts in this person's hands.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how fast I'm going. I don't know the RPMs. I don't know how much oil's in the...
So why does this cat sound like a pig?
Where are Tanner's actual parents? They're off playing the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7. We're the replacers. So what?
It really doesn't get any closer than this.
Soup Carolina.
Yeah, you did, right?
Thank you.
I woke up every hour last night.
What's that sound? That's not a boat. It's a stampede! Whoa!
These people found a really thirsty squirrel.
It's thirsty. Drink water.
Al final ha quedado flan. ¡Ah! ¡Joder! ¡Enrique!
This baby's dad has an identical twin, and she was very confused. So why does every house in this neighborhood look exactly the same?
Quite literally level 94. Let me get Jane Styles in the back.
This floating bridge in China looks absolutely insane.
What y'all doing?
What the hell? Are you tiny? Oh my god, he's in jail! What did you do? Run! Run! Where's Spider-Man?
This Olympic kite surfer was out practicing when he saw someone that was drowning. I found this really old video of this guy throwing boiling hot water off his balcony when it is minus 41 outside. This guy made a drone that is solar powered. What's cool about this is that it can fly non-stop for hours as long as the sun is out.
Yay, stay cool. Hey, flying! Oh, it's a bit shaky, but it's flying.
This is what it looks like when a tiger needs to get a CAT scan.
Just need his head straight. What we could do.
These people got in a crash, and police weren't available to direct traffic, so a random guy in a Spider-Man suit showed up.
Is it a police officer, a firefighter maybe? No, it's Spider-Man. He just told me to stop. He's not happy.
Going on in here? Oh my god!
He left a ball up in a forest to see if any wild animals would play with it. This is how vets listen to the heartbeat of a snake using an ultrasound machine. I was recently in New Jersey, and this fire department let me go for a ride in their fire truck. I learned that about 70% of all firefighters in the USA are volunteers and have other full-time jobs. She realized that her dog caught a baby bunny and she wanted to save it.
I'm never letting you out into the yard again. Put it down. Drop it. You're being a bad boy. Drop it.
I'm sorry, slobbery friend. Glad you're alive.
This goat needed to get a vaccination.
Yes. Wow, beautiful. Can you see that?
It's pretty crazy that nobody bothered to turn off the emergency shutoff button. They were out in the woods when a bear saw them and approached them. How did he discover that he could do this? I just found out that platypuses are ticklish.
Oh, okay.
This is what it looks like to see a solar eclipse at sunrise. Everyone has seen videos of a little egg being inside of a big egg, but I bet you haven't seen this before.
Let's see what we got. No chicken, no chicken. Oh, 3 yoker.
Whoa.
3 yoker.
Oh my god.
That's our Halloween egg.
Holy turkey. Gobble, 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 gobble.
So, why is this dog so happy? Why does this look like something straight out of a cartoon? This person might be an NPC as they decided to go to this ATM during a car race. There was a typhoon in the Philippines a few days ago, and this bridge almost got blown away. This kayaker in China was in the perfect spot when a tidal wave went through this river. It's pretty crazy how still this water is. For some reason, his hamster was hanging from the top of the cage.
Nix. He's just frozen.
So, in South Korea, instead of using elevators, moving companies like to use giant ladders to move furniture. This Tesla can't figure out what a train is. This dog wanted to see if it would be possible to cuddle with his cat without getting smacked.
I feel bad because of what happened, and anybody would. But that envelope is not a magic sword. It's not going to throw his life back. But what it could do, it could sway a jury. It could make a jury think something about you, and that could.
What that mean at the pot spinning? What that mean at the what that mean if this pot spinning?
This sailboat didn't realize that this bridge was coming down. These people found a really tiny octopus.
He like is learning how to walk. He like doesn't know.
Bless you. Bless you. You're welcome.
This baby was upset with how bright his phone was. So this bike rider got super lucky. For some reason, this dipping sauce isn't working.
Маша, це я так сьогодні себе піднімала на роботу. Отак. Отак. І отак пішла.
यार वो मुझे क्या पता था आपने ऐसे रात को आ जाना है भाग के। मैं तो सोचा 6 बजे निकल जाऊँ। वो यार गाड़ी में पत्थर लग गया।
This guy got a drone to show what fireworks look like on a cloudy night. This poor squirrel got really dizzy.
Alongside Ann O'Neill, and Marky Freeman will join us shortly. And
This camera has a lens that spins really fast to keep snow and rain off of it. I have never seen someone so greedy before. They were confused because it sounds like a lion roaring. This guy might be the fastest rapper at McDonald's. This is what it looks like to see every single bus and train moving in New York City every single day. This is what a time-lapse of sleeping seals looks like. Americans will never escape the allegations that all their homes and buildings are made of cardboard.
Proof. This is real life. Or maybe it is. It's not even real.
This guy only has one hand, but he can probably tie his shoes faster than you.
That laugh was went to start cleaning the baseboards, and this little.
Good set! Violent finishes!
Oh, lovely and hot.
Oh, spell out.
This police officer really wanted to go for a ride on this bull.
Can I pet Gus?
Absolutely. You can get on Gus if you want to.
I think I'm all right now. If I get on Gus and I fall off Gus, then I'm gonna get in trouble. Oh.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, dude, what in the world? Yeah, here, you take a picture on my phone.
I think this pigeon is very confused.
Does anybody else's dog take food from the bowl to another? I didn't mean to tell your business. My bad. I didn't think you were paying attention to me. My fault. Yeah, Dizzy, we should leave him alone and let him eat. Let's walk away.
Someone spotted this guy changing the time in London. This is what red sprite lightning looks like from space. How is this dog so patient?
อร่อยหูหมานี่ก็อร่อยอะ
She wanted to wake up her mom for her birthday.
Happy birthday!
So I guess every single year, the Netherlands have a giant flower parade. I hate this optical illusion so much.
Ain't no way. How? How do you have this thing floating here?
These people went to a very dumb fancy restaurant that is famous for pouring a chocolate dessert on your hands. I had no idea that stingrays could bark like this.
They are freaking loud this time, man.
Oh! Oh my god! What? Oh!
This person was getting an Uber ride when foam started coming out of all the vents in the car. I had no idea that they had these kinds of trains in airports. This is what airline pilots will see if they fly near a thunderstorm.
Is it supposed to sound like that?
I just found out that Formula 1 engineers do stretches before races. It was his first time playing Monopoly.
Entrega las propiedades aquí. Entrega aquí.
She didn't want her chickens to get attacked by hawks, so she made these for them.
And she wants to let them free roam, but she's scared of the birds getting them. So this is how she lets them out. Hi, Mama.
These ants were spotted stealing this cat's food and scaling it up a wall.
Qual foi, mano? As formigas roubando sua ração aí. Olha. É nada. Meu Deus.
For some reason, this person's sunglasses black out the menu in this restaurant.
Dan is serious about pitching.
This lion in China was born with really tiny legs. He wanted to jump on this giant inflatable chair. So I guess some sharks like to get belly rubs. These people in Greece got married, but look at how the groom made an entrance. This guy combined a synth and a piano into one instrument.
So I paid a little extra for a mountain view room.
Let me see it.
Yeah, with the hat.
Oh, it makes sense. But then take the hat off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the hat was over there.
Turn around though. Let me see it from no. Take the hat off though. You gotta take
fire.
the. Okay.
That's fire.
Hier unten. Okay. Ah, wir sehen schon mal den Laser. Okay. Okay, wow. Aha. Ja. Oha. Alter, wie geil schaut das aus. Schaut euch das mal an. Alter.
So this guy's absolutely franging it, and me and Cooper reckon this is a undercover. Look at him, look at him, look at him. He's done. Go on, line him up.
These people found this fish that was frozen in time. Working on a movie set has to be such an unserious job. He managed to stop this car that started rolling away. I had no idea that potatoes could do this.
Oh. Hey Louis, what's that? That's a pizza for the boys.
This tow truck took away this police car that was parked illegally.
This man literally just told the police car they were parked in the wrong place. No, they do not discriminate in Miami Beach.
So, I got a new hairstylist. He's out working on my hair right now.
What does it say?
I'm a giant.
What's it say?
I'm a giant. What does it mean? I'm a giant.
If it's one word, what does it mean?
Oh, let's imagine.
These trash collectors didn't want to get this garbage bag. Have you ever seen a seahorse riding a seahorse? Imagine having to explain that this is why you were late to work.
Three, 2, 1, pay. Cha-ching. Boom.
The disturbing fact of the day is that this is not grass, they're worms. Millions of tiny worms.
아저씨 누구세요?
This person has a puppy that doesn't have any legs.
What are you doing?
This guy found the most satisfying leaf.
How did you get us out of that? How the did we not get in an accident right there?
He better be asleep. Are you asleep, Cannon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he said he's asleep.
These people found a restaurant that puts up fake pictures of celebrities that have supposedly eaten there.
Mark Zuckerberg. Hvem var ellers spist der? David Beckham var spist der. Snoop Dogg.
This is the saddest looking baby I have ever seen.
Here you go.
This car company in China was recording a commercial when this happened. This is a very weird and confusing police interaction.
It's off. Park up. What did I do? I have no idea.
Vamos, ¿eh? Dice que puede tardar unos segundos. Eva, ¿dice que agua caliente? ¡A la mierda!
This bird decided to make a home in a cigarette box.
Sorry, Mummy. Go on then.
They're just so cute. Hey, she's giving him food. I've got it, Maggie.
They forgot to close the back door.
Come on, I got you. Come on, I got you. Come on, baby. I got him. Hi, baby. I got you.
Kate.
This cat is almost as big as her. This guy discovered that he can sing with his electric guitar.
He's good. You got my hat.
This guy found a rock that looks exactly like bread. This is what driving through a locust swarm looks like. This person was having a medical emergency when they fell out of their car. A random person saw the car out of control and jumped in to stop it. The person on the ground did end up getting the help they needed at the hospital.
I'm gonna pee. Well, that was your Saturday night. Well, I got captured by these 3 women and put inside this egg, and they just kept spinning me around.
Someone was driving through a typhoon in the Philippines when this happened.
Wow. Birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Did you see that? Oh my god, look at that.
This cat is a real-life bobblehead.
I've been following this truck for 2 hours! Take me to the world's greatest prime rib! I'm starving! Hour 3, trying to get the world's greatest prime rib. Where are you going? How much longer do I have to wait?
This guy is waiting for Bowling 2 to come out.
Oh,
These birds have totally taken over the city.
Ai, meu Deus, e o tamanhão do caminhão!
Eita, que bonito que ele é! Um caminhãozinho bonito! E vai levar toda a carga do mundo, ó! Moisinha dele!
You're right.
He wanted to see if his dad knew how to move the money without the bottle falling over.
Melila. Ready?
Tombe.
Ainda assim?
This guy might actually be a real-life anime character. So I guess wolves know how to fish now. They are learning to pull in these crab traps that have been set by fishermen. She's been trying to catch his mouse for the past few days. I guess building a store over the water like this wasn't a great idea. This guy was flying a kite that was just a little too big.
Bumubugso talaga mga kaburbot. Ay, nagagi! Mga kaburbot! Si Daryl, gagi, mga kaburbot! Gagi! Mga kaburbot! Come on, man! Come
Hello? 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 Look what I just found. A school of fish. A school of goldfish.
Excuse me, we're looking for Lodge 91. Which way do we go? All right, thanks.
This worker looked like he was floating while cleaning the glass at this museum.
Hey, are you okay?
I had no idea that lizards could squeak like this.
Look at my bite.
He has dog jaw. Look, can you touch it? It looks red. Nana, touch it.
You have to. I'm sorry about this.
You go through, mate.
I guess I somehow never showed this ancient video of a chicken falling asleep. The driver had no idea that their trunk opened up.
I have returned, everyone.
This
I hope you
construction worker
guys
was
are
trapped
enjoying
on the
the
roof of a
videos.
burning building when he got saved.
We can now resume our FNAF lore. Yay! Let me do something. I forgot I still had some of this stuff on. And 6. Okay.
Sleeps outside using a newspaper, we see that 8
I
people
apologize if I was
disappeared,
gone
likely
long.
victims of Gregory and
I
Vanessa
unfortunately
throughout
had to
this
go
game.
and make
That
dinner
said, there are
because
probably
my
at
mother
least
decided
27
she didn't
victims,
want
as
to.
it's implied that their souls have gone on to possess the floor bots. Ooh, haunted wet floor signs. This is shown to us in Ruin when you hear screaming and crying whenever you get near them with the Vanny mask on. And as there are 27 floor bots, this means there should be at least
But I am
27
back,
victims as well.
and now
The sinkhole
I have
ending of
orange chicken
Security
for
Breach
dinner.
has Vanessa take Freddy underground and use him to create a pathway to the pizza place from Pizzeria Symbol.
Kinda wish you would
As
buy,
previously
like,
mentioned, the
well, if they
Pizzaplex
still
was
doesn't
built
store,
on this location, and it is now accessible
General
through the
Tso's chicken,
underground
because a lot
tunnels
of times
that
when I
Edwin
get
Murray
Chinese
had
food, I
installed
usually just order
underneath his
that
home.
now.
In this pizzeria location are 2 animatronics.
And I started to like
with the
General
first
Tso's chicken
one
more
being
than
Tangle, or
orange
the
chicken.
Blob, a literal blob or amalgamation of various different animatronics and robotic parts. Inside of the blob are pieces of the Puppet, Funtime Freddy, Circus Baby, Mangle, Chica, and
But
Bonnie.
orange chicken is still very
Unfortunately,
good.
this creation is left extremely vague, and no one really knows what it is. In fact, it almost feels alive as it breathes like a living thing. That said, there are 4 common theories, though. First, when Henry burned the pizza place down, he melted the animatronics together instead of letting their souls move on. Second, the Tangle is a creation of either Vanessa or Gregory, as the Pizzaplex's Rockstar Row has missing items in the display case that could be a part of the blob. Third, the Tangle is made up of the animatronics shipped out during special delivery and possibly is possessed by the victims of those animatronics. And fourth, in the Tales of the Pizzaplex novels, the Mimic is noted to pile human and endoskeleton remains together, which could have turned into the Tangle. This animatronic, if you can call it that, is a gigantic mystery. Again, it seems to be breathing, which could suggest that it has a lot of agony or dark remnant within it. Originally, it seemed like this may not be canon as it only existed in this ending, but then it reappeared in the Ruin DLC, affirming it as canon, which just adds to the confusion. The second animatronic is one that
I've
was
watched
named
the DLC
Burn
played.
Trap
I do
in
not
Defiance.
remember
This
seeing
is
it.
another variant of Springtrap, given it is a Bonnie variant with a human corpse inside of it. In Help Wanted 2, we learn that this is also Glitchtrap, or the M2 programming, which is why Burntrap seems to be able to control the other animatronics through televisions, though it still leaves the question of who died in this suit. Tales of the Pizzaplex reveals that this is actually the Mimic, though. When it arrives at the Pizzaplex of the novel, the Mimic is seen having rabbit ears attached to its head, and also being burned pretty severely somehow. Plus, it also explains how on Earth the Mimic appeared in the Pizzaplex to begin with, but it still doesn't explain the human skin that it appears to be wearing, and again, the books aren't always one-to-one with the games, so we do have a bit of wiggle room there. And another
Yes,
thing
that
makes
is my
this weird is
title.
that if Tangle is related
Is
to
there
the
a
M2
problem with it?
programming, it is
Do you
very
have a problem with my
hostile to
title?
and attacks Burntrap in the ending animation for Security Breach.
Are you not
which
feeling your
means that the
post-nut
M2
clarity?
programming was attacking itself. It also attacks Gregory, but runs away from Cassidy in Ruin and doesn't attack Freddy. If this all sounds very messy, well, that's because it is. Scott confirmed in an interview with Dawko that COVID hitting severely messed up the development of this game, putting them behind and leading to them rushing production. While it was explicitly no one's fault, there was a massive gap in communication between him and Steel Wool. Scott gave them pieces for
I
how the
don't
story
remember
was
this
supposed to
coming
go,
out during
but didn't
COVID
give them a
time.
final overview about what was actually supposed to happen.
Wait, hold on, which
Steel
game are we
Wool
talking
took it
about?
upon themselves to try and
They are
fix
talking about
things
Security
by
Breach, right?
putting together what he gave them. In the original game, Burntrap was never even meant to move and was just meant to be a bit of an Easter egg. Somehow, Steel Wool interpreted Scott's instructions or script differently, and things ended up with us receiving Burntrap. While the Tangle reappears in Ruin and by technicality is meant to be hinted to in Help Wanted 2, it has never again shown up outside of this one brief scene. So we don't know if Burntrap is meant to be canon or not at this point, and it's entirely possible that it has been retconned out since then. But to recap this mess, we don't know how the Tangle was made, we don't know if Burntrap really exists or not, we aren't sure how Gregory was influenced by the Mimic in the first place, and we aren't sure how the Mimic came into the picture again after nearly completely disappearing about 40 or 50 years ago. With that massive set of holes aside, we're going to continue. Closer to the events of Security Breach, a young girl named Cassie would host her birthday party at the Pizzaplex since her dad was a Fazbear technician. However, no one showed up to her party. She does end up meeting Gregory here though, and he helps cheer her up, and the two become friends. Roxy also shows up to her party to cheer her up separately from Gregory, which is why Roxy is Cassie's favorite animatronic. After this, at some point in the future, the events of Security Breach
Funny
finally
about
take
Roxy,
place.
considering
Somehow,
in the
Gregory
main
magically
game she tries to
himself
kill
through
Gregory.
Glitchtrap's control after being under it for what we can assume to be
You try to kill one kid and you want to comfort the other kid. That makes no sense, bitch.
For this is somehow. He also
I mean,
seems to have
technically they're
parts
not
of his
designed to
memories
kill
wiped
people,
away
obviously, but
alongside
like,
this though. Freddy also
you know those
malfunctions,
animatronics
leading
get
him to an
quirky
insane
at
mode and
night.
alleviating any influence that Glitchtrap had on him. When he wakes up, he finds Gregory in his chest cavity, and while not remembering much, Gregory does seem to instinctively know that he should not trust Vanny under any circumstances. Because of this, Freddy decides to help him out, and the two work together to get Gregory out of the Pizzaplex. The Glitchtrap network realizes Gregory has gone rogue, and Vanessa, the Glamrocks, Endoskeletons, the Music Men in the Vents, and even some of the staff bots begin to hunt for him. That said, when Vanessa gets close enough to Gregory as Vanny, it almost seems like he falls back under the control of Glitchtrap. Gregory learns throughout the night that he can upgrade Freddy by stealing parts of the other Glamrock animatronics, leading to him destroying and decommissioning Chica for her voice box, Monty for his legs, and Roxy for her eyes. He also finds and plays Princess Quest 1 and 2. This is a series of arcade games that all seem to contain a code of Glitchtrap for some reason, and by completing these games, it destroys Glitchtrap's code. After upgrading
Hi Penny,
Freddy
welcome
enough,
in.
he
I
makes
hope
it
you're
to
having a
6
good
a.m. where
day.
he can run free, but decides to go with
We're finishing up the FNAF lore video.
Here, from a command by Vanny, Freddy gets ripped apart by the staff bots. Scared for his life, Gregory runs away and discovers Princess Quest 3. This contains a partial recreation of the Fazbear experience from Help Wanted, including the DLC. In the pizzeria, you can find the Glitchtrap plush, and in the corn maze, you can find the security mask. Once you have both, you can use them to get a purple rabbit key that looks similar to the one from Curse of Dreadbear. This key is used to unlock the main stage, and behind it is the other side of the door that Vanessa saw in Help Wanted. Gregory opens it, which releases her from Glitchtrap, allowing her, Gregory, and Vanessa to take Freddy's decapitated head and leave the Pizzaplex and their time doing Glitchtrap's bidding in the past. And the rest of this section is purely speculative, as we don't know what truly transpired between security breaches
I actually like that ending.
DLC. However, it
I thought that ending
is
was
fairly
cute.
easy to assume what happens based on
I
what's
just want to
present
figure
in
out how
the
to,
DLC.
like,
So,
the
with
whole
Gregory freeing Vanessa,
ending
all
where
the
he
stat
was
spots
fighting
are
her
deactivated.
when she
So
was still
now
dressed
Freddy
as
is
Vanny.
gone, they lost their security guard, all
Like,
the
I'm
landmarks
gonna
are completely
assume
destroyed, and parts
that
of the Pizzaplex are in ruin. So
apparently,
things
I'm
are
gonna assume the
looking
results of
pretty
that
bad.
fight, he didn't
And to
actually
make
kill
things even
her,
worse, the Tangle
and
seems
she
to
just
dig
took
its
off the
way
suit and like
up
just
from
saw
underground
her,
and
saw them on the
into
roof and stuff.
This is dubbed as an earthquake by
Or
Fazbear
there's an extra
Entertainment. They decided
person.
the Pizzaplex is a lost
I don't know.
cause and abandon it altogether. Once it has been abandoned, the Mimic is almost free to roam, but Vanessa and Gregory return to contain it. They use Roxy and Freddy walkie-talkies to create a distraction and lure the Mimic into a trap where they use bags of concrete to finally seal it off. This location also conveniently has MCM costumes that haven't been seen in nearly 40 years. Once they trap the Mimic, they use a forklift to bring the F10N4 computer downstairs to it. For some reason, the name of this computer has been changed to the Mechanical X-Form Experimental Storage, shortened to MXES.
Oh, I
but
didn't
we
even
still
notice
know
that in
they
the,
are
in
one
the
of
Ruined
saves from the
DLC.
Help Wanted 2 Mimic update, which features the
Damn.
computer being hauled away by a Fazbear van. While we never see the effects of the Cradle program being activated by
I did
Arnold
not
in Secret
notice
of the
that at
Mimic,
all.
we do see it in Ruin. It tries to subdue the animatronics and keep M2 at bay. To further their protection, they also install a security door over the concrete wall where the Mimic is, and make security nodes to keep anyone from deactivating MXES. These nodes are created in the AR network, a digital realm that can only be accessed by Fazbear technicians that wear the Vanny mask. With the Mimic now successfully contained, Vanessa and Gregory leave the Pizzaplex once again. After this, Help Wanted 2 takes place. We play as Cassie's dad, who is also hinted to be the bully in the Bonnie mask from the FNAF 4 minigames. He is now a Fazbear technician who is trapped in the AR network, as an inhibitor is keeping an AR mask latched to his face. Once he manages to escape, we find out that he is trapped in the Pizza Place location from Pizza Simulator. How he got trapped down there is a mystery, but the Mystic Hippo animatronic lets us know that it needs you, likely referring to the Mimic. To guide us through this game, Helpy appears in the main office. However, it is actually Glitchtrap in disguise, trying to guide the player to achieve his own ideal ending. This is confirmed to us by the other ending in Help Wanted 2, as once Glitchtrap is defeated, Helpy disappears.
Loki, I want
This
to
is
play the
also further
second one.
backed up
I've only
as
played the
Glitchtrap
first
has
Help on
been
it.
around since MCM, and it likely remembers Mr. and Mrs. Helpful, who were originally played by Edwin and Fiona. Helpy feels in many ways like the child of these two animatronics, and since the Mimic was meant to be a copy of David, this also tracks. As the technician, though, we play through renditions of various employee training modules. Cafeteria, the animatronic repair,
Welcome to L
skeleton
Chips.
training, and more. Naturally, they have twisted and eerie elements to them thanks to Glitchtrap, and he was able to do this as part of him still exists in the AR network. Throughout the game, he sabotages the player and gives them dolls of Afton's previous victims when certain puzzles are solved. These dolls are called memories, which suggests to us that somehow Glitchtrap does have Afton's memories alongside David's. There are also levels with security breach and continuations of the Fall Fest from the Curse of Dreadbear, in which we see the fire that killed Fiona,
Curse of
as well as the
Dreadbear.
aftermath of that fire. After a few levels are completed, we unlock a Faz Wrench, an updated version of the data driver from Secret of the Mimic. And using this, the technician is able to open the storage room and close the node, freeing themselves from the Vanny mask. After this, they go around the Pizzaplex and attempt to fix things, most notably of which is Roxy, who he gives a mask to that is later seen in Ruin. He then goes on to collect action figure versions of Freddy, Foxy, Chica, Golden Freddy, Bonnie, and the Puppet, at which point they can combine
If
together
that
to
don't look
form
like a
new
fucking,
robot
like,
called the Fazbot
Bionicle shit
However,
kind of thing.
these figures each contained a part of Glitchtrap within them, and now that they've joined together, they are able to recreate him. Unlike Vanessa, who merged with Glitchtrap, the technician isn't so lucky.
Or like
Nightmare
what
and
I'm
Staffbots
thinking of
appear,
is
ripping the player apart before turning them into the Maskbot, a Staffbot variant that only appears in Security Breach's Ruin DLC, but one who plays a massively important role all the same. From here, MaskBot gives Cassie
Here,
a Vanny
take the
which
mask.
ultimately leads
You're
to the
gonna
mimic's
love
release
wearing
later
it.
on. With Glitchbot having won and successfully gotten the technician to deliver the mask to Cassie, the events of Ruin can now take place. In an interview, Scott confirms that Ruin was meant to both be an apology and a clarification to the fans after the events of Security Breach. Soon the Mimic pretends to be Gregory
An
and sends
apology
a message
for
to Cassie
what?
begging for her help. She returns to the pizza
What,
box
did
and
they not
finds it
like
in
something in the
complete
game?
and
Like,
utter
you felt
disrepair.
need to
As she
apologize
explores for a
for?
bit, she bumps into the MaskBot, which shows us from her perspective how she received the Vanny mask. When she puts it on, a chip is implanted in her brain and allows her to view the AR network, at which point she is greeted by Helpy, who again
We're just implanting
is the
chips into
glitch trap
children's
trying to
brains now? What
manipulate
the
Cassie
hell?
into releasing the Mimic. Once connected to the AR network, the MXES program kicks in and manifests itself as a rabbit to try and stop Cassie from deactivating the security nodes. To this end, it also sends the Glamrock animatronics to try and stop her as well. Cassie soon runs into the daycare attendant.
Welcome back,
The two personalities
Elfie.
of Moon and Sun were already pretty distinct, but now they're even more so, as Moon existed in the physical world, while Sun exists in the AR world. Using the Phaz wrench, Cassie is able to reboot the attendant, combining the two personalities into an animatronic called Twilight. After this, she continues her journey, bumping into Roxy. Initially, she goes in to attack her because she believes it's Gregory, but then she gets distracted by his actual voice and begins to pursue
Again,
him instead. She then has
why
run-ins with
why
both
try
Monty,
attack
who is
Gregory and
electrocuted
not try
by
attack
neon
Cassie?
signs of the Glamrock Bonnie, and finds Chica
It makes no
after.
sense.
Again, she runs into Roxy, who grabs her and attacks her, but when Cassie speaks, it sends an internal error through Roxy and seems to free her from the MXES network. Cassie then
Hey, the
comes across
BPD
Freddy's
son.
headless body, which is chaotically
What?
attacking anything it gets
What
close
is
to as
that?
it can't see what's around it. Throughout all of this, Mimic Gregory is telling Cassie to free him by disabling all of the security
You
nodes
can't
in the building.
outrun
She does
me.
all this only to find that one of them is inside
Cassidy,
of Roxy. In
my
a now
friend.
infamous moment, and honestly
Yes,
probably the most
Roxy, I'm
emotional
your
in-game moment in
friend.
the series, Cassie goes in to deactivate Roxy, as Roxy recalls who she is and how they met. What makes this moment even more
Oh.
emotional is that afterwards, Cassie occasionally cries to herself quietly. But with all the nodes off,
Wait,
the
who's
MXES
BPD?
rabbit goes back into the
Besides,
computer,
well,
unlocking
Vanessa.
the security door. Of course, there is still a wall of concrete here, so Cassie ends up sending a forklift left by Vanessa and Gregory flying
I
into it.
literally did
And
not notice they
finally, she
actually had
comes
this in this
face to
game.
face with the Mimic.
I didn't
Somehow,
even
Roxy
notice that.
comes in to save
And
her
I've seen this
despite
DLC be
being
played.
deactivated. And while this is confusing, it is pretty cool thematically, as Fiona
You know what? I
created
probably
the Foxy
obviously I
puppet
probably wouldn't
Flamey,
know
and she
that
also made
until
Roxy,
the Secrets of
and
the
the
Mimic,
was a
Mimic came out.
creation of Edwin.
But now
So
that
even
I've
after
seen
they're
Secret of the
dead,
Mimic
Mom and
and
Dad are
this,
still fighting. Thanks to Roxy,
I'm like,
though, Cassie
wow, I didn't
manages
notice they
to
actually
escape
brought in
from the
some of the
Mimic.
stuff from that
And once
game
she's away,
into
the
this one.
real Gregory is able to get in contact with her and explains what's been going on. Cassie finds an old elevator that she powers up with the Phaz wrench and starts to descend towards
Wait, I thought
safety.
I thought
However, in a
the Gregory she was
shocking
talking
turn
to
of
was just the
events,
Mimic.
Gregory turns on his friend. He is worried that she could be afflicted with Glitchtrap's influence or maybe be the Mimic in disguise, and so he cuts the power to the elevator, sending her plummeting back down to the
I
bottom.
thought the
There are
Gregory
two
she was
other
talking to the whole
endings, one with
time
Mimic
was
being
the
attacked
Mimic.
by a scooper and seemingly running free afterwards, and the other has Cassie put on her mask mid-chase, likely dying to the Mimic. While it's unclear which is canon, the one in the elevator seems most likely as of right now. But this is where Ruin and our entire story up to this point
I
comes to
think
an end.
I've seen
To
her
this day,
only
there is still
do.
discussion about who really cut the power in the elevator. Was it the Mimic or
I think
was
I've seen
it
the elevator. I
actually
think I saw the
Gregory?
elevator
After the
ending.
credits roll, we hear what we
I
think
honestly
is
don't remember
Roxy
if I saw
calling
any
out
other
to
ending
Cassie,
to
but
this.
again, this could be the Mimic as well. Not to mention that after all of this, we still don't know if Cassie even survived the elevator falling. Basically, Ruin has created a massive cliffhanger that we have yet to see the payoff for. But with both of our videos together now, you can officially claim to be an expert at all things related to the Five Nights at Freddy's games. Go tell your friends about all the cool stuff you know now, and let us know if you'd like us to cover the books, the fanverse games, the movie canon, or the spin-off games like Into the Pit and FNAF World.
Yeah,
If you
I
enjoyed,
would love
remember
to see
leave a
people
like
like talk
and
about the
subscribe
movie
to
and
the channel
stuff.
for more in the
Because I
future.
like the movies. I
But
thought they were
with all that
cool.
being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Does he have anything on the movie? I kind of want to see. He definitely did. Damn. Oh, FNAF. Disney explained. Pokemon explained. What the hell? They not have just for the fun. Every dog. Yes, Harry Potter on here. God damn. That story. Blade. I wouldn't mind seeing lore of like Kingdom Hearts. I do like that game. I wouldn't mind seeing some lore on that. 162. God damn. Every Pokemon. That's too much work right there, man. There's too many fucking Pokemon. Fuck looking at all their shit. There's too much of them. Every anime. Ooh, there's a video on all the animatronics. One was the lore on the game itself. This one's just about the animatronics. Lots of animatronic one.
Five Nights at Freddy's quickly went from a small indie project to one of the most iconic games of all time. And a huge part of that is the
this is a YouTuber by the name of Upward Media.
There are so many that it is hard to keep track of them all.
A lot of the people I'm finding with these videos, I've never heard of them. I just look at the videos. I'm like, oh, this was interesting. Let's watch it.
Starting with the very first Five Nights at Freddy's, released all the way back in 2014. In the original game, you play as Mike Schmidt, a night security guard who, as the game's title suggests, spends 5 nights at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Your job is to monitor the store's animatronics who get a bit quirky at night, which is to say they try to kill you. Ralph, the previous guard, explains that they believe you are an endoskeleton without a suit, and so they want to stuff you into one to make you complete. However, we learn throughout the course of the game and the rest of the franchise that these animatronics are actually possessed by the spirits of children.
It's weird how
missing child incident by Fazbear.
Yeah, it's weird how them being possessed by children. Why the children basically want to stuff you into these fucking suits?
Now those spirits are trying to take
like Afton, like of course that's his motivation and everything, but like why are the children doing it? Why do the children want to just stuff any person that comes in there into a fucking suit?
Actually, Michael Afton, the son of William Afton.
Which I guess for
regardless of his murder,
reasons because they probably want revenge and stuff. But also I just feel like why just fuck with an innocent person? They had nothing to do with you dying. So why are you trying to stuff them into a suit?
If one of them comes into your office, they will kill you.
Also, you know what's funny? I said I was gonna watch FNAF yesterday. Forgot to do that.
Animatronics, but they are all iconic.
I think I'm gonna try to watch it today.
The classics, with each being inhabited by the spirit of a different one of Afton's
Let's talk about. Do they have any more episodes of
possessed by the spirit of
Gameoverse at all?
Jeremy is a blue guitar-playing bunny during the day, and at night he becomes one of the most aggressive threats to us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In this game, each animatronic has an AI level which dictates how often
I wouldn't
they
mind
move.
watching more.
They all start at 0 at the first night and scale upwards. But Bonnie's
Anything
rate
else on
increases
this?
super quickly, and by night
Have
5,
they
it
not
basically has a 25%
put anything
chance
else
to
on
act
that?
every 5
I want to see
seconds.
more of
To
it.
make
It's
matters worse,
actually
it
really
moves in a
good.
really inconsistent and difficult path to follow. Bonnie can be found in the middle of the pizzeria, and then, bam, suddenly they are at your door ready to kill you.
Nothing,
So you
yeah.
just have to be prepared at all times. The other highly aggressive animatronic is Chica the Chicken, host for the spirit of Susan, the first of the missing child victims,
We could watch,
and the backup
other
singer of
glitch.
Freddy Fazbear's band. Chica
They have
originally
Knights of
wasn't owned by
Juniper,
Fazbear. Instead, she was actually the main
or
attraction
Gwynnifer?
of Chica's
I don't know how to
Party
pronounce that
World, a
honestly.
competing animatronic
They
group
had the
owned by
murder
Chica's
drone show, which
restaurant.
I've seen
Chica herself
a
was
little
made
bit
and
of
created
that
by
from like
Fiona
another
and Edwin
YouTuber that
Murray of
also
Murray's
watched on
Costume
their
Manor, but at some
videos
point
and
she
shit.
became a member of Fazbear and now finds herself tearing
But
up
they
the
have
kitchen late
quite
at
a
night.
few on
While
here.
her pathing through the pizzeria is a little bit more consistent,
We
she
could
moves
probably
more
watch
often
Murder
than
Drone
any
because I've
other
seen a
animatronic,
lot
which
of
is
not a
made
lot.
even
I've seen
more
quite a
unsettling,
bit of the
but
Murder
she tends to
Drone
lure
thing.
close to the office. She carries her trusty cupcake, Mr. Cupcake.
You know, it's funny.
and while
This
the
thing
movie
actually
might
does
try
have a
to make you
ball
think it's a
toggle. I just
ruthless
haven't
killer,
like set that
doesn't
up
do
properly
anything
yet.
in the game.
But it
Just
actually
like
does have a
Bonnie,
ball
she will appear
toggle on
outside
it.
your door, and all you gotta do is close it to keep her out of
I
the
just gotta
office.
set it up
Leading the
properly for
Fazbear
the
band
model
is
and all
Freddy
like that.
himself. He is possessed by the spirit of Gabriel and works differently than Bonnie
But I
and
think
Chica.
if I
The
had
first
it,
two
if I
nights,
turned
his
it on
AI
right now, it would
levels
turn
will
off the
typically
colors.
stay around
So
0,
I have to set
and
it
he
up
will have a
for like
level
all the
of
different
1
like
on
colors and
night
all like
3.
that.
This means that for the first 3
So
nights,
unfortunately,
Freddy
you cannot make this
doesn't
model
usually
bald right
move.
now.
But on night 4 and 5, Freddy will leave the main stage, and every time he moves, you will hear a laugh. Once he has moved, he's actually quite difficult to spot in the cameras, usually only being seen by his glowing eyes in the darkness. Freddy moves in a straight line from the stage stage on the left side of the pizzeria until he gets to your office. Inside of him, there's a music box that plays the Toreador March, the same song that will play when Freddy comes to kill you once you run out of power. And when he's close by or in the kitchen, you can hear this music.
Wait, I just thought about it. I think I was trying to post my schedule on one of my other social medias, and that exact song popped up when I was getting ready to post it. And I was like, what in the actual fuck? Why are y'all playing this creepy as fuck music, man?
The last main star
I'm
of
just
the
gonna
show
spend my
is
points
Foxy
seeing
the
what
Pirate,
works and
who is
what
inhabited by the spirit
nothing
of
else to
Brits.
do.
He isn't actually part of the main band on stage.
I mean,
Instead,
you have
Foxy
plenty to
resides
do.
in
You
his
can
own
play
stage called
Overwatch
the
like you
Pirate
usually
Cove.
do
When compared to
with
the others, he
Jupiter.
doesn't really
You can
operate
actually,
as
you know,
well
sit here and
is
watch the
believed to
videos
be
with me.
discontinued, with Pirate
Or you
Cove
can just
even
keep an
being
eye on
closed.
chat, you know,
Much
like you're
Freddy,
technically
Foxy
supposed to be
works in a
doing.
pretty unique way. The player needs to periodically check on Pirate's Cove in the camera, and if they don't, Foxy will make a mad
Yes,
dash to
I
the
am.
security office. Mechanically, he has a chance to act every 5 seconds.
Well, I
but
just thought about, why is he the only one that runs at us?
Always fail. However,
I
if
just
the
want to
player
spam
doesn't
redeemed.
look at him, then there are 4 stages he will progress through at the Cove. The first
And that is
when
why
he's
some of
dormant
them
with
have
the curtain
cooldowns, so that
closed.
way you
This
can't
is
just
a pretty good
ban them
sign that you're
constantly.
safe. Next, Foxy will begin singing, and if you hear this, it means he is in the Cove. But if you see him peeking through the
Wait, he
curtains,
sings?
he
I
is
don't-
in the
I
second
don't
stage.
remember
And
that.
in the third stage, he will be off the Cove and preparing to run.
I already
towards
told
at
you
any
those don't
second.
work with
And
this
brings us to
model.
stage 4, where you
Because I
won't
would
see
have
him
to
at all on
retexture
this
them for them to
stage. If you're
actually
quick, you'll be
fit
able
with
to
this
find
one,
me
and
on
I didn't feel
camera
like doing
today,
that.
Where you can see him running down the hallways at full speed, which is actually the only time that you get to see any
But that one
animatronic
worked at
move in the
least.
first game outside
And now
of
I
the
have to
game
take
over,
off
making it all that much more
some of
terrifying.
these things, so now
However,
it's
if you
not
manage to
showing
close the door to
on
your
this
office, Foxy
outfit.
will be stopped in his tracks, and you will hear him pound on the door before returning back to his stage to start the process all over again. That said, if you are too slow,
Hello?
he will of course grab you,
I
shove
hit my
you in the
microphone
suit,
accidentally.
and give you a fairly bad night. While Bonnie's seeming randomness can make him one
I
of
will
the most
never
difficult
understand why
animatronics to keep
somehow
track of,
my microphone
Foxy's high
being knocked
maintenance
out
can make him
somehow
just as
will make my
frustrating for
camera
players.
glitch.
Now, while Foxy is
Which
the last
I would
member
never
of the main
understand
cast,
that.
there is
Because it
technically one
shouldn't
more
affect
secret
my camera
animatronic
in
in the
any
first
shape,
game,
way, or form.
Golden
They're not
Freddy. Stand
connected
out from the others
in
as
no
he
kind
is
of
a
way.
spring-lock suit.
Yet for some
This suit
reason,
is
if
something
I
that functions
fuck my
as
mic
both
up,
an
it fucks that up
animatronic
too.
and costume, allowing someone
So
to actually
weird.
slip inside and act as the endoskeleton themselves. However, as you might imagine, these are incredibly
Alright.
dangerous and can
Now I
easily
can set the
malfunction,
timer
which can be
for
an
this
issue as
outfit.
it will pretty much
Hi,
instantly
Snoop. Welcome
crush
in. I hope
whoever's
you're having
wearing
a
it.
good
Golden
day.
Freddy is likely Fredbear.
We
the
reacted to
original
some
iteration of
FNAF
Freddy Fazbear,
lore, and now
where
we're
instead
reacting
of being
to
brown with a black
a little
top
bit
hat
about the
and bow tie,
animatronics.
He is yellow and wears a purple top hat. That said, in FNAF 1, he is still
What
wearing
do we
a
want to
black
do?
top hat and
10
appears as a
minutes.
lifeless, empty suit, as Scott has
All right,
admitted
10
to not
minutes a
having
wicked lady.
much of a direction when he made the first game, and the idea of spring-lock suits hadn't really worked into the story. A player can encounter Golden Freddy by checking camera TV. In that camera, there's a picture of Freddy with a 1 in 100,000 chance of showing Golden Freddy's face in the channel flash. When this happens, you will appear in your office, and if you don't pull up your camera, you will die to a unique end screen of Golden Freddy's face with black
That's
eyes.
one of my favorites of the
demon-like
K-pop
screen.
Demon Hunter
Because of this,
ones.
he is often thought to be a hallucination and completely supernatural. That said, he can be encountered randomly on any night of the game, although he is more common on early nights since you'll have more time to check camera 2B. Another bit of confusion with this character is that we aren't sure who possesses them. It
I thought
could
she was
be
already alive.
Cassidy,
It
the
hurt.
last of the 5 kids. However, some people also believe that a character introduced in the next game, the Crying
Supposed to
Child, or
die or
Evan
something?
Afton, or Dave Afton. No one can really agree on his name, but we're going to stick with Evan for the sake of this video. Either way, people believe that he could be possessing the suit as well, suggesting that Golden Freddy is an animatronic with multiple souls attached to it. This does have some evidence to back it up, though, through the Week Before interactive book that came out last year. Unfortunately, it gets even more complicated as this isn't even the last possible soul in Golden Freddy, with Ralph, or the phone guy, potentially also possessing the suit after the events of the Week Before. Then we have Andrew, a character from the Fazbear
Into the
Fright
Pit.
novels, who is believed to possess the suit, which didn't get given
That's
consideration
also another one I
until
wanted to try and
Fazbear
play.
Frights Into the Pit was given a game adaptation and made to be
I don't think
canon.
I've ever seen
Not to
anyone
mention, Into
finish
the
that
Pit
game
suggests
yet.
that
I've watched
Andrew
like
was an
one
unknown sixth
VTuber.
victim
Actually, no,
of the
I've
missing
watched a few
children
VTubers play this
And
game, but I don't
lastly,
think
in the
I've watched
Silver
any of them
Eyes
finish it.
trilogy, Michael Brooks is yet
I have a-
another child said
I
to
have a
possess
dog,
Golden
I have a
Freddy
girl
and
boo-
retcons him into the missing children incident as well. As you can see, this topic is still pretty complex and messy despite 10 years of lore. Whichever you decide to believe though, whether it is one of them, two of them, or all
I
of
think
them
the
is
lore is
completely
always
up
gonna
to
be
you.
messy,
Now,
but
there
it's
is
always gonna keep
technically
us on our
one more
toes and keep us
animatronic that I'll
interested.
mention just in case people get mad about me ignoring it, and that is Endo-01, which is quite literally just an endoskeleton. It sits on the table in parts and
Not really,
services, and
to
sometimes
be
will
honest.
look at the camera, but it doesn't present an actual threat to the player.
If it's something
outside of
meme related, I
maybe
more
giving
likely
them a small
probably won't
scare.
know
Once you've
because I
managed
don't
to
keep
cope
up with
with all of
memes
these
or
animatronics,
any kind
though,
of
Night 7
pop
comes
culture
and
in that
goes,
in
and you
that
are fired
kind of
from being
relation.
security guard for, quote, tampering with the animatronics, general unprofessionalism, and odor. Which brings Five Nights at Freddy's 1 to a close and leads us into the second game and all of its animatronics. Released only 3 months
I've
after
never
the
heard of it.
original, FNAF 2 takes place during 1987.
I'm also not a huge anime watcher,
You are
mainly
once
for
again a new security
mainly
guard
because I
named
watch my
Charity
certain
Cyril,
animes, which is
who
mainly just
again
Magical
works
Girl
from
ones, and
12
then
a.m. to 6
the
a.m.
occasional
Being a new game, it needs new
Inuyasha,
mechanics,
basically.
so all of the doors have been removed.
Other than that, I
and
don't
you have
watch a lot of
no more
anime.
power. Instead, you have a flashlight with batteries that can light up the main hallway, where you will see various animatronics. You also have 2 vents where animatronics can come through as well. This game also offers a panic sound that echoes whenever you're in danger. When an animatronic enters the security office, you have to throw a Freddy mask onto your face, which makes the animatronic think that you're one of them. And I will preface out the gate that many of these story
It's funny how just the mask. Well, they are scanning just your face. It's not like they're scanning your body, but like it's kind of funny how only just the mask will convince the animatronic. Oh, you're an animatronic just like us. Okay, I'll leave you alone. Like not a full on suit, just the mask. But again, they are only scanning your face anyway, so it's not like it really will matter.
Pizzeria comes a new set of animatronics. However, our first set of new animatronics actually comes from the remains of the original group, as their suits are able to be found in pieces in parts and services and have been dubbed the Withered animatronics, each of which is still inhabited by the spirit of the same kids from before. Withered Bonnie's body is the most whole, but his face and eyeballs have been ripped. Unlike FNAF 1, Bonnie's path is linear and doesn't involve him teleporting around the pizzeria. He'll start in parts and services, pop into the hallway, and then before he enters your office, he will crawl through the left air vent. If he makes it into your office, he will promptly give you an early retirement unless you manage to put on your Freddy mask in time and send him away. Withered Chica is also missing several parts of her.
We don't want that. This is awful. We don't want that at all.
Or at least she would be if she wasn't always T-posing. She's essentially the mirror version of Bonnie. She acts in a very similar way, but comes up through the right side rather than the left. Withered Freddy, unlike the rest of the original band so far, is in pretty good condition. Freddy will start in parts and services and work his way down the hallway, eventually
I love how he said that Bonnie's the most whole. If you look at Freddy, he looks more whole than Bonnie does. He still has his fucking face.
Than the rest of the crew. While he does start off in parts and services, when he gets up to move, he will stand at the end of your hallway. Unlike the majority of the animatronics in this game, Foxy will not be fooled by the Freddy mask disguise. Instead, you will need to shine your flashlight at him a couple times down the hallway, which will make his sensors short circuit and cause him to go back to parts and services. But if you fail to do this, he will pounce at you from the hall and take you out.
Agumi is in the chat.
Agumi is Golden Freddy, who plays a much more prominent role in this game. On night 6, Ralph will ask the player why they are there, as the restaurant has been permanently shut down. Someone used a yellow suit to kill people, and now none of the animatronics are acting right. The suit used for this murder was Golden Freddy, and the person who wore it was William Afton, this time in an event called the Dead Children Incident. This likely happened.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember them mentioning this at all. I don't remember them mentioning he wore a Freddy suit. I thought he always just stuck with the golden like Bonnie suit.
For this killing, but that is seemingly impossible because the suit was sealed away 2 years prior to this game taking place. Not to mention, it is no coincidence that Ralph mentions the killer using a yellow suit on the location that Golden Freddy appears, especially as a key character. Regardless of the lore arguments, Golden Freddy in this game attacks the player in 2 ways. The first is similar to the original game, with him appearing slumped over in your office. To get him to leave, you put on the Freddy mask and he will slowly evaporate away. The second way is when you flash the light down the hall, you will see
Oh my
a
god, he's
gigantic
just
floating golden
he's
Freddy
just
head.
a face.
If you shine it again, the head will begin to fly towards you. To make them go away this time, you need to not shine the light on him. Because of both of these strange attack patterns, it is heavily believed that while there is a golden Freddy suit on location, the one that attacks is actually a supernatural one. Outside of the Wither group, we have a plethora of new animatronics, like the toys, who are all possessed by unnamed victims of the Dead Children incident. The incident in the Save Them minigame appears to have 5 children, suggesting that each of the toys is possessed by a correlating child. That said, these possessions are never mentioned or discussed again after this game. The toys were designed to be as friendly to kids as possible, and were also given facial recognition software to be able to detect criminals who entered their premises. This was likely because they were worried about Afton showing up again. Notably, the toy animatronics are the first introduced in the series who are allowed to roam freely during the day. Toy Bonnie is an animatronic made from parts of Withered Bonnie. When the light is flashed on the right air vent, he can be seen poking his head in. Once spotted, you need to put on the Freddy mask and he will peacefully glide across your office without incident. But if you don't put the mask on in time, he will jump scare you the moment you pull up your monitor. Toy Chica is an animatronic made from the parts of Weathered Chica, and once she leaves the main stage, she will lose her beak. However, the only reason given for why this happens from Scott is, quote, because it's creepy. When you shine your flashlight down the hall,
it
you can
is.
sometimes
Ain't
be
wrong.
seen roaming by. In a similar way to Toy Bonnie, she will peek her head through the left air vent, and you need to put on the Freddy mask to avoid being jump scared. Now, as you might have guessed, Toy
I mean,
Freddy
he
is
is
an
not wrong.
animatronic
She does look creepier that way.
Freddy. And much like the other Freddy, he is all about interacting with the hall. He can be seen coming down the hallway until eventually he enters your office through the main door. When he does, his eyes will turn completely dark and you'll need to throw on your Freddy mask to stop him. As for Foxy, there isn't a toy version of him, and instead we have Funtime Foxy. They went for a complete
Which is
thematic
the sister
overhaul, turning
location
Foxy from
version.
a rough, often scary to kids pirate into a friendly white fox. To try and further push this new Funtime Foxy, they placed them in the Kids Cove, where kids could play with Foxy as much as they liked. However, what they didn't expect was for kids to tear Foxy apart as much as they did. In fact, this happened so often that they eventually gave up fixing him and dubbed the animatronic as Mangle. Mangle appears to be a combination of multiple different animatronics, as in later games they speak in many different tones and voices. It is easy to tell where they are in the building as they give off a loud radio-like sound. He will appear hanging in the hallway but will attack the player through the right air vent. When they poke their head into your office, you will clearly be able to hear the radio-like noises and must put on the Freddy mask to make them leave. If you don't, Mangle will enter the office and sit on top of your desk, at which point they will randomly reach their head down to bite you. As a result of the toys being allowed to roam freely, the year that the game is set in, and Mangle biting the player's head, many people believe that this animatronic is the one responsible for the infamous bite of 87. The last of the toy animatronics is Balloon Boy, a small, round boy whose whole purpose is to give balloons.
No more wicked
When moving
lady.
through the pizzeria, he will say hi, hello, or laugh
Alright,
occasionally.
let me get
He will
this
try to
going
enter your
on
office through the
correctly.
left air vent, but can be stopped by wearing a Freddy mask.
And the only thing is I
However,
have to
unlike
use
the
this to
other
get the colors
animatronics,
back
Balloon
correctly.
Boy doesn't really pose a threat, at least not directly. Even if you let him enter, Balloon Boy won't attack you. Instead, he
I need
will
to find
laugh
another way to
constantly and try
do
to
that
stop
without
you from
having
hearing the
to go
sound
back to the
cues
base
the other
color to
animatronics
switch
give
between
off.
them.
He can also
But that's the only
disable your
way right now that I
flashlight,
can think to
leading
switch
inevitably
between
being
is by
killed
switching back to the
Foxy.
base color.
While he isn't deadly, he will lead to your death if you don't stop him. The last animatronic in this game, although certainly not the least, is the marionette, or the puppet. An all-black puppet with a white mask and teardrops coming from their eye. In-game, the puppet resides in a jack-in-the-box, and to keep them at bay, the player must occasionally wind the music box found on cam 11. When this music box runs out, the puppet will emerge and you will hear a rendition of Pop Goes the Weasel. The moment that this begins to play, you will almost certainly die, with the puppet lunging at you through the hallway similar to how Foxy does. This puppet is haunted by Charlotte Emily, who was Afton's first victim in 1983 and is the daughter of Henry Emily. Henry was the co-founder of Fazbear Entertainment alongside William, as well as the creator of most of the animatronics and the Springlock suits. Afton lost his son Evan in 1983 due to the Fredbear animatronic biting down on his skull, And as a result, he became so obsessed and frustrated with how Henry seemed to be able to live a happy life with his family that he decided to make Henry feel some of his pain by killing Charlotte outside of a Fazbear location, demonstrated through the Midnight Motorist and Security Puppet minigame. The puppet was originally made by Henry to keep track of his daughter, dubbed Security Puppet, and after finding her corpse outside, the puppet collapsed onto her due to the weather. The strong emotions that Charlotte felt as she was dying allowed her to possess the puppet, and from here her spirit would take pity on Afton's other victims and bind their souls to animatronics so that they could get a second chance at life, as well as the first chance to take revenge. Sometime after Charlotte's murder, Afton noticed how odd the puppet seemed to act and began to investigate. This is what led to his discovery of Remnant, a haunted metal infused with the memories and strong emotions of those who died near it. This discovery became his main motive and what led him to committing all of these crimes. Now, with this backstory, in combination with the puppet claiming to be self-aware in Ultimate Custom Night, it becomes quite confusing as to why it is that the puppet attacks the player, since they have nothing to do with Afton. Even to this day, there hasn't really been an explanation given by Scott, and there aren't really any solid theories on this inconsistency either. So let me know your thoughts on it in the comments down below. But that is it for the main animatronic threats. Now it is time for the secret little guys that you can find in this game. The first is JJ, a female version of Balloon Boy who apparently has a 1 in 1,000 chance of showing up under your desk. However, when she does show up, she doesn't.
So she isn't just not a balloon girl. Damn.
Function. The next secret is Endo02.
Also, I noticed that my stream is really delayed. I don't like that.
Endoskeleton meant to be used for the toy animatronics. 02 has either a 1 in 1,000 chance to show up in the left vent or a 1 in 10 chance to be in the prize corner, though it does not provide a threat to the player, similar to JJ. Because 02 is meant to be used in the toys, it too roams the pizzeria, but since it isn't possessed, it has no reason to attack. Now these next two animatronics appearances are
I don't want to reset it because I don't want it to split the VOD, but also I want it to be accurate because it's annoying me when it's so delayed.
He has a 1 in 200 chance of spawning in, but he also doesn't attack the player or do much of anything. Many speculate.
Surprisingly, the time on the VOD is not actually delayed this time like it was the last few streams. Or for some reason the timer was so delayed, but the stream didn't look delayed. But now the stream itself looks delayed, but not the timer.
As Shadow Bonnie, but is now referred to as RWQ.
Oh, that's going to annoy me if I don't fix it. Or try to fix it at least. Okay. Alright, I'm going to restart stream so that way I can hopefully somewhat fix a delay. Because it's going to annoy the hell out of me if I keep looking at it. It seems so far behind from what we're actually looking at. Or at least from what I'm actually looking at, kind of thing. Oh god. My tum-tum. Alright. Gotta restart real fast. It shouldn't take too long. I will be